Okay, boy, we going into the I'm kidding, actually, we're not doing that. We're a family-friendly channel here at Some Ordinary Gamers. The moment that I have to show the old starfish to the internet is the moment that, boy, I have tremendously fell off in a way that I could not even perceive. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about showing starfishes and body parts, obviously I'm referring to Twitch TV. What other site do you think I was talking about? Now, the last weekend, last week, all right, I'm getting my timetable screwed up. Twitch implemented the artistic nudity policy, which I'm not joking with you, on a flight to the other side of the country, they reversed it within a day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start off by reading about their policy update. Now, this is actually very old, almost 10 days at this point. So you might be wondering, why am I covering it now? And I'll get to that, because even though that these policies have been reversed, Twitch finally has a brand new meta. Basically, you can show your body with black little sensor bars all around you, and that's basically how the community is turning this site kind of into a softcore website, but also trying to skirt those community guidelines to the point where everyone around is just kind of cringing looking at it. But let's go into it. So again, looking at the content policy update, what the author, Dan Clancy, CEO of Twitch, by the way, said, we updated our policy, okay? Our primary goal in these updates was to make our guidelines easier to understand and enforce. I would say if those were your two objective, your policies, you failed. But anyways, one of the reasons they did it was they wanted to change how fictionalized nudity worked. Through user voice and in conversations, we heard from artists, and our content policies were limiting. In making this update, we were trying to be responsive to these requests and allow the thriving artist community on Twitch to utilize the human form in their art, and use the human form they did. The amount of fox cocks that I saw in one day should not exist, all right? I haven't even seen that much fox dick on what is the other site? DeviantArt, okay? And that's like literally is called DeviantArt, okay? Like, if you don't expect deviancy on DeviantArt, you are high. Anyways, later on into this policy, they reversed it, and they said a great deal of new content was allowed under the updated policy. Much of the content created has been met with community concern. Yeah, there are concerns we share. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of nudity present a unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images, and it can be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. Really? We're talking about AI porn now? Wasn't there a huge backlash on the website involving like a massive Twitch streamer who literally was caught engaging in the purchasing of digital AI deepfakes of their fellow peers? You just found that out now, Dan? You just found out that AI nudies exist? Wow, welcome to 2023. So anyways, they talk about the video games, but my favorite part of this, and this is what I want to get tattooed onto my body. While I wish we could have predicted this outcome, part of our job is to make adjustments that serve the community. Bro, you don't have to be Nostradamus to figure that out. Come on. Who's working there? Who's working it? Guys, do we need to get the crystal balls out? Do we need to get the tarot cards? This is basic knowledge, okay? Ouija boards will just tell you not to do this if you just engage with them for 5 minutes. I mean, seriously, how you could not think that the artistic nudity policy could be abused is beyond me. But obviously, we knew that the art category broke records, and that's pretty much how it came down to. So in recent days, Twitch has decided, or at least some Twitch streamers, that there's going to be a new implied nudity meta, so to speak. A meta effectively is, again, just a strategy to maximize your Twitch stream's growth. So in this case, these two streamers, and obviously I'm blurring it, but they are completely naked with black bars. Now, sometimes there is a bra being worn, but you wouldn't be able to tell because, generally there's no visible straps, no underwear. It's just black bars, okay? Like, it's like looking at a Sims character is the best way to put it, And again, you can pay to have your name show up on the titties, on the pussy, okay? Yeah? I don't care about the yellow dollar sign today. I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta tell the truth like it is. So obviously, I would say a grand majority of viewers looked at this and said, this doesn't seem like it belongs on a website that, by the way, if we just quickly go over to Twitch's safety articles here, Twitch is a live streaming service designed for people aged 13 and up. Really? 13 and up? So in one fell swoop, they basically turned their website into like Chatterbait, okay? Into like My Free Cams, or I don't know, any website of that vein. That's effectively what has went on. Now, to give you an idea, it's been a few days, and while this kind of content has, in my opinion, lessened a little bit, it's not gone all the way through. Now, this is a brand new virtual machine, a VM, okay? Running through VPN's brand new system, meaning that my recommendations, as filthy as they are, cannot possibly affect this. Going to Twitch TV's Just Chatting section, which by far is the most popular section of Twitch, a lot of the streams are pretty okay. And then one tiny scroll down, you've got the sexual content policy change. Literally going topless, still on the internet. Now, I find it so hilarious that you can have AI Jesus right here giving you the fine words, but then triple the view count just below. You got twerk off, no ads. Oh yeah. Now, one of the things about Twitch is, okay, I get it, all right? I'm not opposed to twerking. Twerking's pretty cool, but when it comes to 18 plus videos as streamed here, why is there no actual age gating whatsoever? So here I'm not even signed in, I'm completely off. I click on this stream right here, it tells me, oh shit, hey listen, this might not be appropriate for you to watch because it contains sexual themes. So now you hit start watching, boy, it's just an amalgamation of booty shaking, that's all it is. Now, again, it's not even a streamer here booty shaking, it's just some guy with an anime profile picture downloading twerking images off the internet and just posting them here. Now, of course, the people here with the actual like amazing chat right here, hot moms, you know, they're out there donating their money or whatever down the road too. So again, there's no proper age gating, and there's genuinely, you know, like underage children potentially being exposed to some wild shit here. Thank God Family Guy is over here. That's all we needed. You know, if you get rid of Family Guy on Twitch, I literally have no reason to put the site in. Jesus Christ. Now, in some of these streams, you know, one of the top posts are their social links, which always goes to Linktree, which again scares the crap out of me because every time I see a Linktree, there it is. Another OF gets dropped into it. So for a site that is marketed to 13 years of age, there's no proper age gating. Kids can easily click on this, go to the social link up top, and get right to the OnlyFans. And at least in OnlyFans situations over here, they have proper age gating because OnlyFans does not even allow you to use their product, even for free tiers, without a credit card. And again, that's something Twitch could probably implement if they have these 18 plus streams. Like, hey, sign into an account that has a credit card attached to it, and then, hey, we'll just believe you're an adult. Because generally, that's a very good filter. There's only one way to go really proving anybody's age, and that's if you start requesting IDs, which I don't think any website should necessarily do. But that's where we're sitting at. So the whole point of this is the age gating isn't necessarily there. Twitch is still letting this fester on, and ultimately it's a pretty bad look. The reason why this policy got reversed is individuals who are playing really fast and loose with this policy change were making the site look bad. I'm pretty sure that as soon as they implemented the artistic nudity change, there had to be some calls from advertisers like Nintendo who were like, hey, why am I seeing Pikachu next to a 12-inch fox dick? That probably got sent over to Twitch, or maybe Amazon, or I'm pretty sure Amazon, and this is speculation, called up Twitch and said, you gotta walk that one back there, pal. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of mewing going back and forth. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the site continued to go down this road. I even made a video where I showcased literally a few days ago that there was literally birth experiences. You were literally sitting down, basically just you were sliding out of the canal, so to speak, or at least that was the experience being passed. And of course, in amongst all this was the only regular streamer that I saw. Good guy, Kit Boga, that's it. He's the only doomslayer sitting in amongst all of this nonsense. And speaking of streamers going out of their way to make fools of themselves on this entire situation, you even have Boogie2988 who decided to get banned for a few days on Twitch TV, literally to showcase his body like this. And again, I'm blocking this out completely, but to give you a great idea here, it is effectively the Peter Griffin nudity. shitty. So I don't even know why I'm adding the black bars, but that's effectively a visualization of what we're talking about. Now, at the end of the day, okay, getting banned for being full frontal naked is about as expected as you can go into. But there are other situations in streamers that also decided to take this policy pushing to the final end. And one of them was one of the most popular streamers on Twitch, Amaranth. So if you don't know Amaranth, this is her right now. Literally a couple days ago, she's using physical censor bars on Twitch streams. Now, I distinctly remember Amaranth in the past actually talking about how she was effectively coerced into this situation by an abusive ex-partner of her. And before we get into it, abuse is an incredibly serious topic. So again, if you are abused, make sure to call a domestic abuse helpline or something, or contact the police, or do anything you can to get out of a shitty situation. That said, I felt like it was my duty to mention that at least. If you're still watching this video and you're in a shitty situation, stop watching the video, seek help. Anyways, this is her clip. I'm gonna have XQC on the bottom left because honestly it's the only clip that I could find, and I actually appreciate Felix's input in this entire thing.
Like, I'm positive about the future. Like, I'm happy about it. That I'm free. It's just still a lot. And I don't have to wear cleavage every day. I can wear clothes.
That's so crazy, though.
I agree, XQC. That is crazy. And again, looking into her one response from January 11th of 2023, the most ignorant take I run into is people say, lol, you didn't change your content, you liar! Scumbag liar! I directly employ close to 20 people. Oh, Jesus. Not the 20 people again. I indirectly services, editing, etc. Pay work with another 9 on top of that. I would be selfish and irresponsible to do a 180 at a moment's notice. Obviously, she can't dress like a nun. This is paying the bills for a lot of people. So she gave 60 days notice to my lewd content staff, letting them know they could find other employment, but that their positions would be locked in for 2 months. Now, it's currently December of 2023, a few weeks left of the year, actually. And Amaranth is still up here, you know, by her own accord, by her own business acumen, putting up the physical censor bars. Again, proving that maybe this whole situation really had more of her input than we were led on to believe. And again, I'm just saying it because it is what it is. So the reality of this situation, too, that kind of wilds me is I feel like for the moral centers of Twitch TV, they were very, very okay with the idea of prohibiting unsafe slots, roulettes, and dice gambling websites. This is a policy that changed back in October 2022 when sites that were engaged in crypto gambling were basically banned off of Twitch. That's not to say gambling isn't allowed on Twitch. It is. Crypto gambling is not. See, the thing with gambling is it does a lot of age gating. And I hate to sound like somebody that's like, let's think of the children in this situation. I feel like you should be allowed to do whatever you want. Generally, when you're under the age of 18, there are gates put in place to prevent people from rather egregiously financially dangerous vices. One of those vices is gambling. See, when you go to a real casino, you literally get carded. You are not allowed to go in under the age of 18. There are very strict rules there. I've never heard of a Las Vegas casino ever allowing anybody under the age of 18 to start gambling in their places. That is a very big no-no. Would they be okay with children gambling? Absolutely. It's more money in their pocket. But obviously, there are rules that we put in place to prevent people from getting started that early. Now, what Twitch did was they decided they're going to tighten rules to prohibit any streaming of listed sites that contain slots, roulettes, dice games that are unlicensed in the US. And the reason they did that is because they don't offer those same consumer protections I talked about, those waiting periods, those deposit limits, the age verification systems. What Twitch is doing right now is basically just showing softcore pornography and basically creating a cam website for ages 13 and above. And again, there is no proper age gating. It's not as if an 18-plus stream has a blurred thumbnail, or it prevents an unsigned in account from using it. Even with YouTube, when there are age-restricted videos, you cannot watch them unless you're signed into the platform. I mean, seriously, give it a try. Go watch any age-restricted video without a signed-in account, incognito tab. They won't even let you watch the video. They blur the thumbnail. You go to these streams, you're signed in, you can use any attached credit card or payment system to start paying for these streams, or going to their saucier links in their Linktree pinned comments. But the thing about all of this too is like, obviously I feel that there may be a bit of a, I guess you could say a predatory approach to this kind of content too. I feel like for a lot of the men and women who are doing these thirsty streams, so to speak, are obviously catering to a demographic of individuals that are incredibly lonely, people that are more willing to part with their money, especially for, I guess you could say, internet companionship. It's the best way that I can put it. Now, to understand, if you're over the age of 18 and you're paying for this kind of stuff, I literally don't see a difference between what is happening on Twitch versus a strip club. But when you involve individuals under the age of 18 and you're already getting them started on this, that is the only problem. There are age gates and restrictions we put in place to protect everyone around. I think being morally fucking like righteous about getting rid of gambling is great if we apply that same level of moral righteousness across any vice. But that said, though, Twitch is making its decisions, and I don't think they're really good ones at the end of the day. This is probably one of the biggest backfires, in my opinion, for Twitch. And honestly, I don't know how they didn't expect it. Almost every site's creators kind of toe the line when it comes to how much they can push that, terms of service. When it comes to YouTube, we have a TOS here too. And when we produce content, the demonetization is a great, I guess you could say, corraller. Generally, when you upload something close to the edge of TOS, you get a yellow dollar sign. And that's YouTube basically telling you, hey, you might want to curtail this back to normal. You can upload it, but remember, you are kind of playing into that side of the content that we don't really promote, nor we monetize. But Twitch really doesn't have any safeguards or corrallers like that either. So generally, the audience, for better or for worse here, or the creators, will play so close to the TOS that, yeah, they gain all the notoriety, but it just makes the site look dumb to the general person outside. Now, I've seen people make comparisons between Twitch and Twitter, for instance, and saying that Twitter also allows lewd material interspersed with pretty much safe for work material as well too. And I don't really get the whataboutism. I think that Twitter is also just as bad. I think any social media platform that has this policy where they intermix minors and adults together, they probably should have at least amazing age gates if you choose to intermix NSFW content and safe for work content as well. One thing that I can agree with on YouTube in regards to this is generally NSFW content, even if it is allowed on YouTube or most other platforms, there is severe age restrictions in play so that yes, it does hurt discoverability, but it properly locks off that content to people that YouTube is, again, doing their due diligence to verify if they're over 18. It's not like they tell you, yeah, this video is definitely for adult audiences. Please click here and continue ahead. And again, Twitch could do the bare minimum, but they choose not to. And in fact, if anything, they just continue to harm themselves in the public anyways. And that's generally what this situation has come down to. We can laugh at it all we want, but I'm actually a little worried for my fellow Twitch friends who literally this is their bread and butter. This is their primary source of income. I feel like this is Twitch literally begging for an adpocalypse or, actually cutting ties with some pretty serious brands, which again, they don't have to. They can choose to play this in an intelligent manner. Again, I have no issue with this kind of content being around on the internet. I just think when you have minors and adults intermixing, maybe you should do your due diligence to properly separate the SFW from the NSFW. If I sat down another person that had no idea about live streaming culture and I showed them Twitch TV, and I showed them these recommended streams in the just chatting section, they would think that they're on a porn website, or at least close to one. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think. Yeah, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. Check out sour.gg for my candy flavor. It's fucking gorgeous. Delicious. Buy all the sour, some ordinary berries. That being said, this is me, Mutahar, and I am